how do they actually do that? Like a lot of people that we serve are kind of working in their business, not on their business, right? They're kind of business operators, not business owners. And, they're caught in the grind. They escape the 9 to 5, only end up working 24/7, I like to say. So like you're somebody who actually did it and did it right and built a wonderful business and foundation for your life on it. How does someone even start? Or like, how did you do that? Walk us through that.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it starts first with mentors, right? Who are you surrounding yourself with? Who are you modeling, right? Like, have you found people that are living the life that you want to live? And asking them questions, right? For so long, I felt like I had to figure it out on my own. And I think that the moment that shifted for me, which I remember vividly, was the end of 2007, beginning of '08, where I had a conversation with a great mentor, which you guys might know, and some of the audience might know, Justin Donald.
Yeah, he was on our episode. Investor. He was episode 2 of season 3. Yeah.
Oh, nice. So Justin's been one of my best friends forever. And I remember watching him like travel and, do all these fun things and have a rockin' business, but not be in the business. Right. And I just remember being so jealous as like a younger manager in my early 20s at the time. I was like, man, like I need that. I want that. I'm 25. I feel like I'm so burnt out, but really my career is just launching and I feel like I'm just going to fall apart. Right. And I just remember him looking at me and saying, you've become one of the best, managers in our company's history. We're having a conversation. He goes, keep it up. You're going to burn yourself out. And I just looked at him and he goes, the shift happens when you learn how to really, take pride in being the best teacher of the business, the best teacher of the different things versus the best one at it, right? And he's like, and making sure that you're structuring where you are the CEO and and so I remember just that we were checking in at the Bellagio in Las Vegas for a weekend of just celebration. And I remember after just that quick interaction of like, hello, and he said, congrats. We just had a #1 finish to the year in our company at the time. And I just looked like shit and I felt like shit, and I'm like, I can't keep doing this, like there's no way. This is not the life I love, like it's fun winning. It's fun being on top, but not sacrificing myself, my health, my energy, my family. Like I missed just important things. And I remember at that time saying like, it stops now. Like, this is not the life that I want. And really starting to think about what did I want, right? Like, what did I want to have? What did I want life to look like? And when I heard about being a CEO, right? Being a business owner, what does that look like to work on the business versus in the business as an operator? And sat down and started to identify, what does my dream organization look like, right? And it's like, I have someone that handles marketing and advertising. I have someone that handles, blank relations. I have someone who's handling the admin and back end and payroll and whatever it is. I have someone who's handling sales, training or whatever it might be. And every business has been different, right? But really sitting down and going, okay, what are my departments? Because as a business owner, I should be meeting with department heads, right? Not with just everyone who's working. And my department heads should be giving me an update on what that part of the organization is doing, what's good, what needs help, and I should be guiding the ship. And when that shift happened, that it was an intentional focus, right? A shift focus. And I said, okay, here's what I want. Here's what I want to create. And it was amazing what started happening after that in the last 15 years that have been pretty outstanding.
Yeah, you're speaking. Yeah.
And I can talk more about that.
Well, we'll probably I'd like to get into some of the nuance with that for sure, because, we're in the same direct sales business with Cutco and Vector. And it's like most of our demographic that are running our businesses for us are 18, 19, 20, 21 year olds. So you're talking to an audience when they hear that we're delegating our businesses to 19-year-olds, they're like, what the, like that's crazy. But for you are the epitome of what that means to like lead through people and lead through a staff. How would you recommend someone that's listening to this to enforce these departments, to structure your staff meetings, to communicate with them, to hold people accountable, and also let go of control? Because I think there's a lot of control freaks that listen to this show. They're like, no, I can't delegate this to someone overseas, or I can't delegate this to my staff. They're incompetent. They're not going to get it done. They're not going to do it as good as me. So if you could speak to that just a little bit, that would be great.
Yes. And I'm going to go, like, I'm going to rewind it a little bit more because I think that there's some big back end planning and big vision that has to happen for this to be orchestrated properly. Because as you said, and by the way, whether someone's 20 years old or you're delegating to a 40 or 50-year-old, honestly, it does not matter, is what I found, because some of the 40, 50-year-olds have had 20 years of bad habits. I'd rather catch them at 20, 25 and develop them the right way, right? And when I lead a women's, I help lead a women's mastermind. And when we share at GoBundance, I remember some of the ladies are like, wait, you have, and I'm like, I love developing 20 to 25-year-olds who are hungry, who want to learn, who want opportunity, who want growth. I said, those are my favorite. I said, they're so moldable. They're so coachable. Now you have to have the right person, right? And we're going to talk about that in a minute, but like, holy moly, how that impacts. And I have one of my coaching clients currently, she just flew down last week for an intensive couple days, and we were chatting about things. And she goes, oh my gosh, best advice you could have given me. Like, my COO has been unbelievable. And she put someone in a COO role who's 25 just recently. And she's, she's in her late 40s, approaching 50. And originally she was looking for someone who is more seasoned. And now she's like, he's the best thing that's ever happened, like, and giving me updates on everything. Right. And so it goes back to, one, your business, whatever business it is, whatever you're doing. Number one, I already talked about, is like, what are the departments that you need, right? What's the help that you want? Like, if you were able to segregate your business and go, this 10 years from now, like working at a very large scale, what are all, because right now those departments, one person might run 3 of those departments, right? And then eventually you have 3 people, but they're running everything underneath, but eventually down the line, they're going to have a team of 10 each or whatever it might be, right? But for that lead person in that department, what characteristics do they need? And sitting down and going, okay, for this role, I need somebody who's amazing with people, right? Like, extrovert, loves chatting, loves being out there. That's what I need for this role. For this role, I need someone who's so detail oriented, loves spreadsheets, loves to take so much pride in like all the new spreadsheets they created, and like loves organization. And this is really important to identify for each role: personality type. And obviously there's all these different tests and things that you can do as well, which are so helpful nowadays. But just at a basic level, like, what type of personality do I want? A chatty person outgoing? Do I need more reserve? What kind of skills do they need to have? And knowing that, because then as you're hiring or as you're looking, your brain knows what it's looking for, right? Or what it's looking for. So when you meet that person, you're like, oh my gosh, they would be amazing for this, because you've already identified the type of person you want in that role. And when you align the right people, the right characteristics with the right person, that is where they thrive. That is where you can start, with time, being able to delegate more, and like, they're just stoked to take on more and show you what they can do. But that same person in the wrong role, you kill them. Like, they're just miserable, right? Like, if I have that like super organized, awesome person, I'm like, hey, I need you to work, meet these new clients, work with this. And they're like, oh, like, that is not what they want to be doing. And vice versa, trying to put somebody who thrives around people sitting in a corner doing accounting, they're going to lose their mind. And you're really killing the talent that they bring to your team.